I'm Jen and welcome to my studio, and today we're going to be doing a step tutorial. Now this is where I get to take the entire video and teach you guys one step in detail, and I love it. Today's step is the Bombershay. So I'm actually going to teach you two different things today because there's a Bombershay and then there's a paddle step, and they're so similar that I do want to teach them to you in the same video, but also they can be interchangeable depending on your physical needs. Now, I know there's a lot of like, oh, well, tap dance should be done this exact way, but I know that I work with dancers that are of all different ability levels and also just physical ability levels. So I have a couple dancers in my company whose knees hyperextend. And when they're not careful in a Bombershay, and sometimes on certain stages in certain like situations, you just can't be that careful. They don't really feel comfortable doing the traditional Bombershay. So I allow them to do a paddle step since they look so similar. So they can be interchangeable in choreography as needed. And I'm sure some tap dancers are watching this going, how dare you? But I've just always been that person that just wants to make the dance fit your body as best as possible, because you shouldn't have to fight your body to tap dance. So that could be an entire tappy talk, but that's beside the point. Anyway, so the Bombershay. I'll teach you the classic and then I'll teach you the paddle step so that you guys can like see how similar they really are. I'll start by saying there's nothing comfortable about a Bombershay. Literally nothing. It's going to feel awkward until you do it at high speeds, then it'll feel a little bit better. But as you do it slow, there's just something very uncomfortable about it. It's still a fun step, don't get me wrong. So in order to show you the proper technique, I'm actually just gonna hold on to my mantle here, because losing your balance in this step is very easy when you do it at slow speeds. So you step. As you do that, this foot pulls up the toe. You spank your left foot. You dig. So you're not putting your toe down, you're actually going to be putting your left heel on the ground. And then you put your weight on that left heel for just a second as you step out with this right foot. So a Bombershay moving to the right. This right foot, all it's doing is stepping. That's all it's doing. You're just stepping to the right with the right foot. The left foot is doing spank, dig, spank, dig, spank, dig. So try to get that action. Spank, dig, spank, dig. So the tricky part is putting your weight on that dig for just a second as you move your right foot. So you've got step, spank, dig. Now move your right foot. Step, spank, dig. Step, spank, dig. Step, spank, dig. So that's the three parts to this step. Not a complicated step, not a comfortable step. So let's try it on the left. So you step out left, this toe comes up, you spank, dig. Put your weight on that heel for just a second, move the left foot over. Spank, dig, step, spank, dig, step, spank, dig, step. So that's the basic components of a Bombershay. It's a step, a spank, and a dig. As you go faster, it gets a lot more comfortable. So you take this and you just travel across the floor. And it gets a lot more comfortable because you don't have to spend as long on that heel and you don't have to balance on that toe as long. We're not going to go that fast in this video because I am just showing you the step. But I wanted to make sure that you guys knew the components. You step, spank, dig, step, spank, dig. So let's try it at that speed together. Step, spank, dig. Step, spank, dig. Ready? 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Step, spank, dig. Step, spank, dig. Okay? I made it to the end of my floor, I just stopped. Let's try it the other side. Step left, spank, dig on the right. 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, spank, dig. Step, spank, dig. Okay? Step, spank, dig. Let's try it just a little bit faster. Okay? Step, spank, dig. Step, spank, dig. 5 and 6, 7 and 8. All right, left side. 5 and 6, 7 and 8. I was on the literal edge of my floor. So that's the Bombershay. The faster you take it, the cooler it looks. You'll see people go across the floor like that, and it just looks super nice. Or you can just take it like in different rhythms, stuff like that. You can. I changed nothing. I just changed the rhythm. So make sure that you are practicing it enough to utilize it in different ways. But yeah, that's the Bombershay. The paddle step. It's basically the same. So you step, you spank, step. So instead of dig, you're gonna step. Step, spank, step. Now, the paddle step is actually harder because the Bombershay sets you up to spank. You're already ready to spank because your toe is up. The paddle step doesn't do that, so you kind of have to give it a subtle brush out in order to spank it back in. Step. Now, don't think too hard about it. Don't be like, you don't get to put your heel on the floor for this one. You don't get that. There is no heel on the floor at all in a paddle step. And don't try too hard as far as getting your foot out there that you start to shuffle, because it is not a shuffle. It's not step, shuffle, step. It is step, just the brush back step. Step, brush back, step. Step, brush back, step. Step, brush back, step. So in order to do that, so let's try it on the left. In order to do that, you have to give it a little step out so that this is already out there. All you do is lift it off the floor. That's it. It's already out there. Paddle step. So let's try the paddle step right and then left. 1 and up, 2 and up. It'll feel the exact same as the Bombershay, but you don't put your heel on the ground, making it a paddle step. Ready? 5 and 6, 7 and 8. 1 and all right, left side. 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Step, 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 step. And so that's what I allow to be used interchangeably, because at fast speeds, they look the same. At fast speeds, they really look the same. So if this causes your knee to hyperextend, which you should have bent knees when you put that heel down, but that still doesn't stop people in the moment from hyperextending. So when you're doing my choreography, this doesn't work for anybody else's choreography. When you're doing my choreography, if you need to sub out the Bombershay and put in the paddle step, you can do that anytime. They're basically the same. The paddle step can be a little bit more versatile because you can turn it around instead of moving to the side. All you do is instead of moving over to the side, you just brush back and step back in a circle, and it makes you turn. So cool, right? So this ended up being a twofer. I was teaching you 2 different steps in this video, but again, they're so similar. There's no point in not teaching them together. So I hope you guys had fun learning Bombershay and paddle step today. I know that they're weird, but practice makes less weird. So let's do the Bombershay one more time, right and left, and then we'll do the paddle step, right and left, and then you've got it. All right, let's try it. Bombershay first, the one with the dig on the floor. 5 and 6, 7 and 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Left side. 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Step, spank, dig. And that's the thing. We did the thing. So thank you guys so much for joining me for this step tutorial on both bombershays and paddle steps. So exciting. Make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button, join the tap fam, because I love being your online tap teacher. It gives me so much joy. So the more of you guys that I can have as students, the happier I am. So please, please, please subscribe and join the tap fam. And also hit that thumbs up button so other people can find this video easier and learn these steps. I know I'm not the only one doing tutorials, but I know that I offer 100,000% joy while I teach them, and hopefully that speaks to some of you guys. But the other people making tutorials are also awesome, so make sure that you check out their channels as well. And yeah, but hitting that thumbs up button definitely helps people find this video, so please do that. Hit that subscribe button, and as always, thank you for dancing with me.